Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Today like and share this video and also subscribe my YouTube channel. Watch this video till end for supporting me. So let's start today information. These are some updates on Iraq and Iraqi dinar.
Are all currencies going to float? IQD, dong, dot etc. Mark Z. I would not look for much of a float because we are supposed to peg to assets. An RV and a revaluation is the same thing. People often confuse a reinstatement and a revaluation. They're two different things. Not only is a revaluation possible, but Iraq has done it a few times already. Iraq revalued their currency, or I should say in this case devalued the currency. It went from 1,190 dinars, dropped down to 1450, then revalued up to 1,320 dinars. So when people say, man, the Iraqi dinar is never going to revalue, I always go, what do you mean? It has revalued a few times already. As a matter of fact, several times over the past 2 decades. Do you think Sadani is going to allow you a large amount of time to watch the dinar grow so that you can profit? How much time will he give you once he raises the value? What if he gives you 1 month, 2 weeks, 0.1 week? It is his prerogative. Put yourself in Sadani's shoes. What would you do? Would it hurt the monetary reform if he allowed it to grow outside of the border? Sadani, would you pretty please with sugar on top give me plenty of time, maybe 6 months? Sadani, would you consider giving me a year? Mathematically, I don't think it would hurt Sadani. I only see positiveness from letting it float for a while. An Intel guru says Iraq is following Dr. Shabibi's plan to a T. Mark Z. They are. The plan was to increase the value, put lower denominations in circulation, and put the larger notes we hold in the banks for foreign reserves. Shabibi planned it all out and told us what would happen. They put these ATM machines out in order to put out the lower notes. These ATM machines will teach the citizens about the lower denims, and it will teach the bank employees about this as well too. There's going to be a stampede of people that will be rushing into the Iraqi dinars. These ATM machines are now being impregnated. The redenomination talk keeps popping up, issuing new notes without the 3 zeros. Which, as you have already commented, is a neutral event. If Iraq did actually do this, when would make more sense, before or after Forex float, or doesn't matter? I think they talk about it periodically, but I don't think there's any chance that they will ever redenominate. It doesn't reflect the country's economic success that would come from the actual growth of the currency over time based on success in GDP. I will advance American interests and fight militia influence in Iraq. Quote, Tracy Jacobson, U.S. President Joe Biden's nominee for the position of U.S. Ambassador to Iraq, gave her opening remarks before the Senate Committee on Foreign Relations. Iraq is preparing to establish a project that changes the oil map. Does it affect energy producers? Oh, it's going to change the map all right. If they can accomplish this, this is really going to be huge. I do feel comfortable saying it has started. We are seeing movement. My understanding may be a little off as to how they are executing it. It's been pretty quiet from Iraq sources over the weekend. They seem to finish things first over there and then tell us. Today, Monday, the Ministry of Oil clarified the details of the Memorandum of Understanding signed with the American company Honeywell to develop refineries, and while it indicated the Prime Minister's directive to prepare a study to establish a pipeline network adjacent to the development road, it revealed projects that will enter service soon related to raising refining capacity. Deputy Minister of Oil for Refining Affairs, Hamid Al-Zoubey, told the official agency, there is a Memorandum of Understanding signed by the Minister of Oil under the auspices of the Prime Minister with Honeywell, which is one of the large specialized companies with extensive work in all activities, noting that a workshop was held with the company regarding refinery activity. Al-Zoubey explained, the memorandum that was signed aims to develop projects for developing refineries and to meet what was directed by the Prime Minister regarding the refinery capacity reaching 40% of the production capacity of crude oil, noting that raising the refinery capacity to 40% will add value to the crude oil produced and lead to raise financial returns and thus support the national economy. He pointed out that 7 projects were discussed regarding refineries, with a capacity of 70,000 barrels for each project, in the governorates of Mason, Dhi Kar, Muthana, and Najaf al-Ashraf, in addition to the third unit in the Al-Dawra, Hadida, and Kiara refineries. He pointed out that the ministry's plan was presented and discussed extensively with Honeywell during the workshop held, and it is hoped that a complete vision will be presented by the company regarding the process of developing the refineries with the proposed capabilities during the next 2 weeks.